So we're just leaving Osaka port, and heading towards the metro to get the Shinkansen over to Kyoto. Lovely beautiful morning. The ship got in at 11, well, we could leave from 11 o'clock, got in about 9:30 I think. So a leisurely morning this morning, and a beautiful day, probably early 30s I would say. All good.
So it was about a 20-minute walk to the train station going towards Osaka. We had to get a couple of trains to be able to get there. I've turned the sound down on this actually because that case that Kathy is pulling that we bought from Celebrity a couple of years ago, it is so loud. You'd be just like, turn it down. So I've done you a favour by turning the sound down and having my voice drone over the top. So it took a little while to get to the different stations, probably around 20 minutes or so. Again, as you'd expect, the heat was intense. His Grace with the fan constantly on to try and keep her cool, and we just longed for the trains itself to get on, to cool ourselves down. Much needed relief, I think.
Hello, and we're on the train or the metro rather, to Osaka, to Kyoto. So from Osaka to Kyoto, and it's a lovely air-conned carriage, which is lovely. You get the JR Shinkansen to Kyoto. We've got a lovely first class area, so it should be nice and cool, relaxed, lovely. I'm looking forward to that. And a fast bullet train, which is exciting. So catch you then.
So here we are at the train station, navigating to the next departing platform. Quite a walk around. The trains are so efficient in Japan. I mean, they are always run on time. They're amazing, and it's only in super peak hours that they are unbearable in terms of the amount of people on the train. I think we were travelling out of rush hour, so actually it wasn't too bad at all for us on this particular journey. We're excited to go to Kyoto and to go on to the Shinkansen bullet train once we'd found it. So another little short train ride, and not sure if this is the actual Osaka station. I think we're heading towards it, and you're going to see some sped up footage just now, so you get a sense of just how big these train stations are. They are like, shopping malls within train stations. Pretty amazing. I mean, if we got time, we'd have loved to have had a little browse around and see what was available, but we were really just on a mission to get to the Shinkansen. We got a time train, I think, and of course we didn't want to waste the day because Kyoto was awaiting us, and we got to navigate to where the hotel was, etc. So we were just trying to find the station. You can see just on the right hand side here, they got the Shinkansen main entrance, got the tickets area here, and yeah. So we decided to stop off for a coffee. I think this is Starbucks, and Helen and Neil got around in. And actually, compared to the UK, it's much cheaper to grab a coffee and a bite to eat. The queues are long, but they were quite efficient. So we managed to grab a drink, and we got a bit of time before we had to get onto the train. So to had a bit of a nose in a local shop across the way. There was some kind of expo going on at the time. Not sure what it was in Japanese, but the shops had really high quality branded things around, and sort of go for a little nose. If you love chocolate, there's plenty available in this shop, but tried not to buy anything because of the heat in Japan. It wouldn't last very long outside of the station itself. So there was promotions going on as well. There's a big thing in Japan for minions, and there's a big stand where you could buy all novelty kind of material for them, including banana flavoured chocolate packets, which Grace and Amelia had a look at initially, and we tried one and thought, oh, they're really nice. So I decided to have a look around here, see what was available, and then head to the area where they were promoting these things. So couldn't see them at first, went back to Grace and Amelia to ask where they were, and they pointed me in the right direction. So rather than just hang around and just thinking, oh, what to do next, I went across and found Minion Kanza and had a little look, and the lovely lady manning the store gave me one of the samples, and it was so nice. I've still got it in my bag actually, didn't eat it. The sold by date has passed now, it's probably gone a bit stale, but I might just keep it for prosperity. It's a nice little thing to have, really. So yeah, we're heading then to get our train. There was some promotion on a car that I'd not seen in the UK, so I was having a little look at that. I think it's a Suzuki, of course it's Japanese, the Francs, whatever that is, and went to get our train. So here we are at the Osaka station, one of the Shinkansen trains just departing, and I thought it'd be quite nice to capture this on video, just so you can get a sense of how fast these trains leave the platforms and how long the train is as well. You know, you can imagine a lot of people are on this train here. Our train wasn't too far behind, but I thought it was quite nice to capture that. So here's some lovely images of us all on the train, took on the iPhone, and because I'd got the action cam around my neck, the view from here isn't that interesting, but thankfully I did think to take some footage on my iPhone, so we've also got some footage of what we were seeing outside the window as well. It was a relatively quick journey. I think we were only on the train for about 20 minutes around that. Super smooth, really comfortable seating, and yeah, just a very nice journey. So here's some of the views that we had outside our window. Look how fast the train is going, and I'll leave you just a few moments to see what we were seeing on our journey from Osaka to Kyoto. So we arrived, we were just getting off a train here, took a few moments for the train to stop, and then we were in the train station for Kyoto. This is where we had to say goodbye to Helen and Neil. They were doing just a day trip in Kyoto, and we were staying overnight, so we had to try and navigate to our hotel. Said our goodbyes. They went off and did wonderful things in Kyoto that we were doing probably the following day, and then we headed towards our hotel. So getting out of the station was interesting. We got the tickets on Tony's mobile for the Shinkansen, but there was a different system about how you had to get out. Because of the language barrier, we were like, what do we do? But Tony managed to navigate and sort. so we eventually got out. But yeah, it was a bit confusing, but we managed to sort it. So here we are on yet another train to go to our hotel. Today we were checking into the hotel and then going towards our tea ceremony. I can't remember how long this train journey was, not very long I don't think. And then we headed off into Kyoto itself to find the hotel. So with the help of Google Maps we navigated ourselves around Kyoto. Lovely modern city as we left from the train station, and it was a shortish walk, probably about 15 minutes to the hotel itself, and so we just got our cases and started walking. So this was our beautiful stay at the homestay in Kyoto, and a beautiful mix of modern and classic Kyoto, I think. Only a small hotel, but perfectly formed. Just look at it, it's so beautiful, so modern, so clean, clean look, clean lines, and the staff were really, really good as well. So here's us here just checking in. They have a reservation and we were relieved to find the hotel. Actually, it did take us a little while to find it, but we were happy once we arrived. So the receptionist was showing us a few do's and don'ts of the hotel and things that we could do in the area. She was lovely. She had really good English as well, much better than any of our Japanese. We headed up to the room to go and check it out and see what was on offer. The girls was on the floor above us, and we were really surprised actually with how big the rooms were too. So here's Tony exploring. It's got a fridge, got utensils, coffee machine. The bedroom area was very spacious. Bathroom was lovely as well. And for the money, it was amazing value, I have to say. That shower was amazing too, huge, super clean. And here's Cavi's reaction.
This is how I imagine Kyoto being like, rather than a big cold
Oh my god! I said to Grace, oh my god, it's cheerfully beautiful.
Yeah, it really is.
The little origami.
And they give the little mugs that they give you and the
And we've got a bonsai outside.
Have you?
Yeah, there's with the little cardboardy.
Oh my.
And it's so beautiful, isn't it?
I know, right?
So after we'd had the room tour, we went to one of the conbinis, grabbed a sandwich and a coffee and a few cold drinks, just to refresh before then heading out towards the tea ceremony in Tokyo. This was a bit of a longer walk, maybe around a half an hour, so we relied upon Google Maps again to help us navigate to where it is that we needed to go. Did a great job. Wasn't too interesting kind of walking around, like a big city really, Kyoto. It's a real mixture of both modern and old Japan, I think. The area where we were kind of walking through was just like a major big city really, and as you got closer towards the tea rooms, it got a bit more, I suppose, touristy in a way, but nice touristy, you know. And I think coming up just shortly you'll see one of the big sort of like market areas, which we had no idea was very near the tea rooms itself. Of course, we're on a mission, aren't we, to get to our destination. As you can see, not really much to kind of write home about, but it's just lovely to be there. You know, we felt very privileged to be in Kyoto, and actually it's probably one of my favourite stops on the Best of Japan tour, as you'll see as the video progresses, the reason why that might be. But yeah, we're still on a mission to walk to our tea room ceremony. Actually, what's interesting is after we got back from the holiday, I was watching a video where Madonna went to a tea room in Kyoto, sorry, and actually it looked like the very same one that we were in. I mean, how amazing would that be? They never mentioned that Madonna was there though. So we're not too far here now. We've arrived at this major kind of market area here. Very lively, lots of food and drink to experience. You could go for Wagyu beef if you wanted to in one of many restaurants. There was lots of Japanese snack food available. We tried some sake a little later on. I'll show you a bit of that. I think we captured some footage. We were just amazed about how busy it was. And what we also noticed as well from the last time that we were in Japan, sort of 15 years ago, the amount of people travelling to Japan now is huge. When we last went, we were like one of very few Westerners that was in the area. Whereas now you can see from the footage here, it's a very mixed sort of environment now. Lots of people travelling, which is a good thing, isn't it? I don't know how the Japanese feel about it, but I think it's kind of made the experience much easier for us because many more people speak English now. I guess if they're seeing tourists day in, day out, it's very helpful to be able to do that. My Japanese hadn't improved, but then I'm only there for a few days, you know, in comparison, so you do all that work and not probably use it very much. This is one of the sake shops on the right hand side we just passed. But anyway, we come out of the big shopping area and was on a mission to find the tea rooms. They weren't very far at all actually from the market area. In fact, we're passing it here without even realising. So I kind of noticed there was a sign and called Tony back, and then it was actually the right venue for us. So here we are, being invited in to the tea room itself. All the staff very lovely, very friendly, very helpful. And Tony was just checking in with his very modern mobile app, and then we were shown to remove our shoes because in Japan it's a very big thing not to be wearing your shoes in the venue, in the tea rooms. So we were taken upstairs to the changing area, and the girls went to a different area because obviously there's not mixed changing rooms. We were very hot as well, very sweaty and a bit sort of, you know, whew. But and there wasn't a lot of aircon in this room, I seem to remember. So literally we were asked to go in and put some undergarments on. This is to protect the kimono from getting bodily fluids on, I would imagine, the sweat. So Teddy went into the changing room and I went in afterwards and put on my undergarments before we went in to choose our kimono. So we're in the kimono dressing room now. Tony's got his kimono on here and I've just got my bag to put my belongings in. I'm just going to choose my outfit too to get that put on. As I say, we chose the same and she was just fitting me up with my kimono as well. Staff was so friendly and lovely. And, I think she just noticed here I've got my camera on. So, go to the waiting room now to wait for the girls, because their outfits take longer. They get all their hair done and additional bits and pieces, so we were ready before the girls. I had to put some kind of like flippy floppy shoes on that you could wear in the building. They're a bit tight for me though, so I had to have a bit of help. So that's good. And then we just kind of sat and waited for the girls and for the tea ceremony to begin.
To tea ceremony, you have one thing to do it. Okay, so for washing your hands and also purify your mind. Okay, it's for clearing your mind and also washing your hands. Okay, so it's called tsukubai. Tsukubai, it means tsukubao. That Japanese comes from the crouch like this. Okay, I show you.
It's a shoe shell.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Shell.
show. Okay, I can take a picture and wash left hand first and right hand next. And the last, make the water flow to wash later for next people. Okay?
Okay.
You ready?
Do you want us to hold your hand?
Yeah, please.
Yes.
Thank you.
Just turn to your face, Grace, to me. Shoes! Have I told you about something between your toes?
Ready?
Yeah.
Not into the fencing.
Oh, okay.
The other foot. And then wash the ladle up.
You could put some more water in, just drop it down the ladle as well. Yeah, and then just drop down the ladle.
Just drop
Lift it up. No, drop it up.
Did you not wash?
No.
Not into the thing.
Oh, right, let me out. I was watching Grace.
And then lift it up like this.
To empty it out.
No.
Just leave it.
That's it.
That's it.
Okay, yeah.
Don't we all?
Arigato. Oh, yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, pleased to meet you guys and ladies. Welcome to Nishiki Orizuria. So, I'm Ryoko. Nice to meet you.
Hello.
Yes, and I'm delighted to welcome you all to this special experience. So,
Thank
have
you.
ever experienced a tea ceremony?
Never.
No.
First time.
First time, great. Then let's enjoy the first time experience with us. So let me introduce the basic idea of the tea ceremony. Tea ceremony is Japanese traditional culture that best represents Japanese hospitality. Every detail, etiquette of making and drinking tea is filled with heartfelt communication. It is not just drinking a tea, but it is a comprehensive art of Japan, combining various traditional Japanese arts and crafts, such as decorating the tea room, wearing
Wow.
kimonos, today, and a tea utensils here, and bamboo work, flower arrangements, and hanging scrolls over there. And those who practice tea understand it is not just acquiring the skill, but it is a moral path called chado or the way of tea. Yes, the important spirit of chado is wake seijaku. It's ordered as in Japanese. Wake seijaku. Wake
Say
seijaku.
Jackal. Okay, say jackal.
Yes, thank you so much. So, wa means harmony, K means respect, sei is purity, and jaku is tranquility. Yes. This principle was established in the 16th century, and the tradition has been passed down from generation to generation. Also, the aim of Ichi gathering is to create Ichigo Ichie. It's written on that hanging scroll. Ichigo Ichie. Yes. That once in a lifetime occasion for both the host and the guest. So this moment will never come back again. So we would like to ask you to take part in using your 5 senses. So please focus on what you see, hear, smell, touch, and taste.
Perfect.
Yes. These elements are all designed to express hospitality, and paying attention to the details will awaken your senses and awareness. So we hope you enjoy this precious experience. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, in the tea ceremony officially, before we drink tea, we always eat sweets. Actually, yes, this is a traditional order, and yes, there is a reason for that. When you finish sweet first, sweetness left in your mouth enhances the flavor of tea, matcha green tea. Yes. So this is traditional Japanese sweet, which is called wagashi. And the design of wagashi is often inspired by the seasonal motifs. So today's seasonal motif is balloon flower, which is common in Asian country. The name is kijo. Yes, and this wagashi contains sugar, white beans, and rice flour. So it's completely vegan and gluten-free.
Okay.
Without thinking about it.
Yes. And the shop is called Fukudo, which has long history, about 150 years. So very traditional shop. Yes. And you can take picture if you
Oh yeah, is that okay? I was gonna ask.
Isn't it?
Yes, so cute. So pretty.
This battery's not going to last.
Of course, they are already clean, but this is just part of the ritual to show. Yes. So, since this is the most important part of the tea ceremony, the host and the guests keep silent for this part. Yes.
No
And
problem.
you can take picture, of course, but yes, please refrain for taking video.
Okay.
But you can take picture.
We can take a picture.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I'll stop this then.
So after the tea ceremony, the girls had an opportunity to wear their kimonos out into the shopping centre that we went to earlier. We declined the offer because it's more of a female thing, I think, to do that. So they were all glamorous and walking through. We were trying to get some fabulous photos with them. They felt a little bit apprehensive, I think, wearing them initially, but then soon got into the deal. By this time, we'd kind of got a bit peckish, so we decided to try some of the Japanese treats that are available. So I think Tony went for a sweet potato fritter and Grace did the same, and I had a lobster long tail, which was very, very nice. We grabbed some beers and actually were quite reasonably priced. So that was very nice, and our food arrived, and so we munched on those. So we didn't really need to eat that much a bit later on. So it was moreish. I could have eaten a little bit more actually, but didn't need it. But yeah, we had a great time just watching the world go by, having our beers, and feeling part of the environment that we were in. It was great. After lunch, we decided to have a look round again around the area. This is very Japanese around here. The light was starting to go a bit, but I don't know, the colours seem quite vibrant on this video. Really pleased with the camera footage that's come out. And then we decided to walk towards the older area of Kyoto. But it did start to rain. It's warm rain, so it wasn't unpleasant, just wet. So we had a good look around. We were walking for quite a while actually. It's on the sort of the right here, big tech store which I was dying to go into, but had to bypass it. How rude. And then you can see here we're carrying on walking. People have got their umbrellas. They're well prepared, unlike ourselves. But as I say, it wasn't unpleasant. We were just taking in the flavours of Kyoto, and it's very busy actually, very busy city. Even in the older part where we reached that a bit later, lots of people are around still. Lots of crossings in Kyoto. You abide by the rules, you don't jaywalk. People tend to stick to the rules in Japan. It's part of their culture. You can see the rain pouring it down here. We decided to go under this bit of shelter to get our bearings and find, you know, where was the area we wanted to head towards, and also just to stop ourselves getting absolutely drenched. So really coming down here now. So up we went again. It was getting a bit darker now, so the video quality is a little bit more fuzzy. But this is the older area of Kyoto now, and by this time it'd been a couple of hours of us walking around, doing some shopping, seeing what was about. So we weren't starving, but we were thinking, oh, we could do with something to eat, like a little tapas type thing. So we decided just to explore all the different restaurants in the area, look at their menu and see if there's anything appealing for us, or make sure that we could understand what was on offer as well. So we did walk around probably for about another half an hour. Rain was just spitting by this point, it wasn't torrential, which was good. And we were just taking in the whole area really. Love the Japanese dinky cars that they have. They're tiny, aren't they? They're a bit boxy looking, but they are quite unique, I think. So yeah, this is the kind of the restaurant-y area that we were in by this point. And I mean, some of the food just wasn't to our taste at all. There's a lot of raw fish in Japan. It seems to be their delicacy. And you know, for me, I love smoked salmon. I can eat that raw. But as for any other fish, I've tried tuna fish as well. That's been kind of raw, just about digest that. But others, it's a bit too much for me really. So I wasn't that enamoured with a lot of the Japanese cuisine, like the sushi. I know sushi is mainly rice, isn't it, and the vinegar type flavouring that they add to it along with the raw fish. But wasn't really feeling that. What we were really craving for a little bit was a bit of Wagyu beef, where we hadn't had any as yet on our trip. So we didn't want a big meal, just a little, you know, little side of it to see what it tasted like. So we then found this restaurant. Had a look at the menu. It was limited, but it seemed nice enough. It looked busy in there as well. English was spoken, which was a bit of a draw too. So we decided to, as it started raining again, we decided to head in and escape the rain and see what was on offer. So they found us a table towards the back of the restaurant, and yeah, had a really nice kind of atmosphere in there. Younger clientele, we kind of like brought up the age a bit, but very nice. I love all the kind of the dried wood around and the decoration, quite rustic looking. So they were just trying to find someone to help us get to the table that spoke English, and then we were offered some refreshing cloths to be able to, kind of dry us off and also freshen us up really. So this is the restaurant that we had the Wagyu beef, and they offered like a tapas type menu, which was perfect for us. So we grabbed a few dishes, had a few beers, and just saw what was kind of on offer. Here's Kathy trying to get a few pictures in the restaurant. What I loved about this place as well is that you can see on the right hand side they've got a turntable and a load of vinyl as well. So even though it wasn't playing at the time we were there, they must have sort of sections where they do play the vinyl. Here's us trying to decipher what's on the menu. Luckily there was English underneath. We probably stayed there for about an hour and then decided to explore further around Kyoto. So yeah, it's getting quite dark now, so it's even blurrier, but it's not too bad. You can see what's kind of going on. I think there's a bit of a traffic jam here at this point, and there's some roadworks going on at the time. So we were just trying to manoeuvre ourselves all around there. So we just basically headed back towards home, and we needed some provisions for the room. So we discovered a large Japanese supermarket and thought, wow, breakfast wasn't included in the hotel. We got an early start the following day. So we just get a few provisions. So it was like going into a Morrison's in the UK. It was called Life, and it was quite the experience going into a proper Japanese supermarket, grabbing a trolley, got an extra one there, and or a basket rather, and just looking around at the provisions. So we were looking for things like yogurt, looking for milk, maybe a couple of pastries, bit of fruit, just to tie us over for breakfast in the morning. So the girls and ourselves separated out. They wanted different things. This yogurt, it looked great, but it was absolutely awful. It was like a coconut jelly yogurt with bits of coconut in it. So I didn't actually eat that, but I wasn't to know at the time when I picked it up. I got a few bananas and some bits and pieces. But yeah, it was just nice to go and, see what real life is like in Japan. So, and it was a lovely, it's like a Waitrose type supermarket, which was, very nice to browse around. Again, prices weren't extortionate, which was really nice to see. And we're probably in here for about half an hour, trying to get some bits and pieces. Because we were kind of looking on Google Translate as well to work out what some of these things were, because from the packaging it wasn't obvious about what things actually were, so we had to try and decipher some of those things as well. Because you could have guessed and got it very, very wrong. So from here we then walked back to our hotel and was getting ready for bed for the evening, ready for our early start the following morning, which isn't going to be part of this video because it's already quite long, and I'll do a separate one for that because it's a full day of exploring with our guide, which is really interesting. So thanks for watching so far. Had a great day in Kyoto and was looking forward to the adventures the following day. Just the last bit in the hotel, look at this koi they had in there, which was fabulous to see. So again, thank you for watching. Hope it's been interesting so far, and see you on the next one.
Useful fish.